What's up guys, and welcome to today's video. Today we are going to make a quick guide on how to use the new attribute trigger. You find the attribute trigger going to creative, going under device, and in the top left corner of the device menu. So what is an attribute trigger? It's more like a checker. It will check for you if a certain condition is reached. And one of the two key things to keep in mind about this trigger is that it will look for player eliminations and it will look for player score. These are like the three main things that you can work around using this trigger. You can assign this to a specific team or a specific class. So you can say like, I want something to happen every time a player or a team gets a kill and are above 5 eliminations. How it will work is basically on the 6th, 7th or 8th and above elimination, it will basically grant this person a specific thing. The thing is basically decided using other devices. It could be like a teleporter, it could be an item granter, a lot of other stuff. We're gonna make tutorials on that too, don't worry. You can even put a delay. This delay is from when it's triggered to when it's actually sending the signal. Another delay you can make is a reset delay. This has nothing to do with the other delay. Basically what this means is that it's the delay from when it's triggered to when it can be triggered again. And then we have a lot of different functionality we can enable or disable when receiving from a specific channel. This option is very important. This is connected to the score option. So as you guys know, if we place down, for instance, the coin gallery, here we have the coin gallery. Let's go and remove everything else than the coin. So as you guys can see, we can set a specific score to a collectible object, but we can also transmit on a channel when we get that score. So what we want to do is basically to make sure that this coin is transmitting on a specific channel when collected. And we're gonna do the same thing for this one. If we set it to channel 1, every time channel 1 is being triggered by a player, this device will evaluate the specific player if they're against any of these three attributes. If we put the eliminations to 1, if we put the score to 5, then it will check if the player has more than 5 in score. If that's the case, transmit on channel 2. If it's not the case, transmit on channel 3. So let's set up a quick example to show you guys how this actually works. So guys, I've set up this small scenery over here, and what I'm thinking we could do, you have to collect 5 coins in this grass environment, then you have to collect 5 coins in this dirt environment, and lastly you have to collect 5 coins in this snowy environment, and that will make you win the game. So how you get from one point to another is basically by being teleported. So this is the teleporter. If you guys haven't seen my tutorial on a teleporter, definitely go and watch this video right now. It's definitely worth it if you guys don't know how these work. Now let's go ahead and find our coin gallery. We need to set this to score 1 and to when collected transmit on channel 1. So now we have all the in-game functionality. What we basically need to right now is to make the attribute trigger and make sure that something actually happens. So what I want is basically such that when you collect 5 collectibles in this grassy area, you're getting teleported to this teleporter. But before we do that, we need to make sure that these groups are assigned to none, so they're actually not working. Alright guys, so how we're gonna set up this attribute trigger is that we're gonna scroll down to minimum player score. We're gonna put this to 4 because we want it to activate on the 5th coin. Alright, so visibility in game is going to be set to off, and we want it to listen to channel 1. If all checks are valid, transmit on channel 2, and if a check is invalid, transmit on channel 3. This is basically just to show you guys that it's working. This is basically just to show you guys that if a check is invalid, it's actually doing something. So let's go and put down a hot device. So this is basically going to inform players that they have to collect more coins. So how we can do this is we can't really put this to a specific team, but in this case there's only going to be one player, so it doesn't really matter. We're going to put this on none. We're going to put display time to 5 seconds. Message type is going to be critical. Play sound, we can leave that on. Placement bottom center, I like it being the top center. Visibility during game, put that to hidden. Show when receiving from, this is the thing, show when receiving from channel 3. So every time that this device is transmitting on channel 3, which will be every time this condition isn't met, this hot device will be activated. So now one last thing, we need to go up to this teleporter and we need to make sure that teleport 2 when receiving on channel 2 is activated. So now let's go ahead and place down 5 coins. There we go. So now we have 5 different coins. Alright guys, I just quickly forgot that we need to put on a message for the hot device. Let's put that as the actual hot message, and let's put this one in the map so we can actually see when it's doing anything. Do the other biomes as well. Put this to when collected, transmit on channel. Let's put this to 4 now because now we need to find another channel that's free. Duplicate this one and put it here. So this new attribute trigger needs now to listen to channel 4, and if all all checks are valid, transmit on channel 5. And if a check is invalid, transmit on channel 6. As you guys could see on the attribute trigger, if all checks are valid, transmit on channel 5. So we need to make sure that we are actually teleporting up to this one on channel 5. So we need to scroll down to teleport to when receiving from channel 5. There we go. So now when you collect 5 coins from this level, you will be teleported up to this. So now let's just see if it actually works. Hey guys, so before we start this, I just noticed we have a quick mistake. So make sure that this minimum player score is put to 9. Because at this point we already have 5 different coins, and it's the 10th coin that basically needs to activate the teleporter. And before we start it, go to island settings, go to game, and go down to collect items to end. Put this on all, and this will basically make it such that we end the game when we collect this last coin. So now let's go ahead and test this and see how it actually plays out. We have 5 coins around us. So if we take the first coin, you can see on that attribute trigger that it's making an error. So now we take the second one, it still shows an error, and it does also show us the hot message on the very top. The third one is doing the exact same. The fourth one is going to do the exact same. And on the fifth one, we should be teleported up to this teleporter. There we go. So now we have 5 other coins to find. The first one is showing the error. We can see the new hot message saying second biome. Let's see if it does it again. Totally does. And a third error, fourth error, and now we should be teleported up to the top, which we are. Now we're on the very last level. You guys can see if we collect this coin, the game should end. We got teleported again, but the game ended, guys. So basically what we needed to do to make this actually work, go up here and remove this channel from 4. And yeah, that's it. That's how it's done. One other thing that I wanted to tell you guys is that this trigger basically works with basically anything. It could be like item grinder giving you weapons every time. It could be like you unlocking a specific door. Just to show you guys that this doesn't only work with teleporters. There's so many other stuff that you guys can use with it. Basically works with whatever device that's behaving based in different channels. I really hope you guys enjoy this video. If you guys have learned anything from this video, as I hope you have, please go and hit that like button down below. Please go and leave some comments on what you guys want my next tutorial to be about. And yeah, there's definitely a lot more coming. So thank you guys so much for watching, and see you guys in the next video.